Hey guys, Lego Freak here, and welcome to yet another custom Lego minifigure tutorial. I'm finally back to my uploading schedule. Anyways, we have quite a few shoutouts to get through, so I'm going to do that really quickly so that this video is not too long. So, we're just going to rush through these. You ready? Alright, first one goes to Harvey Dent. So yeah. Next one goes to Oswaldo Lopez. So yeah. Next one goes to David Tatis? Something like that. Next one goes to Batflex Lego Customs. So yeah. Next one goes to CJ Awesome 77. Yeah. Next one goes to CH Customs 500. So yeah. Next one goes to Brick Knight. Next one goes to Brick Animations 21. And the last one for today goes to Lego Nightwing 21. So yeah, that was a lot of shout outs. So yeah, anyways, we're just going to jump into the tutorial so this video is not too lengthy. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it.
Alright guys, so this is my Captain America figure from my Civil War showcase. Now I was surprised because a few people were asking me to do a tutorial on this guy, and I thought that you wouldn't really need one just because of how simplistic he was. But I decided that I'm going to do one today because, again, quite a few people asked for it. So here you go. So let's go ahead and get into the tools that I used. Alright guys, so the tools I used for this particular minifigure brown paint, silver paint, blue paint, this kind of maroonish paint, a paintbrush, and of course a thumbtack for details. Now let's go ahead and get into the pieces that I used. Alright guys, so for the pieces I used, basically the cowl piece is one of these Ultron head pieces from the Age of Ultron sets. So yeah, the shield was obviously just a normal Captain America shield, and basically the Captain America figure, the body and legs were from the Captain America that you can get from either Civil War, the Civil War sets, or the Age of Ultron sets, with a few minor changes, of course. So now the head was from a Lego Star Wars set. It was actually, gosh, I don't remember their name, but it was those guards in like the black outfits. I'll put a picture right here. So yeah. There's one of the heads from that, and yeah, so let's go ahead and get into the actual painting tutorial. Alright guys, so basically what I started with, let's start with the cowl piece. Basically the first thing I did was paint it dark blue, and then, actually no, I actually did some modifying to it, because you can see on this one here, this Ultron cowl, there's like a little piece that sticks out down here. I had to cut that off and sand the bottom so that way it was a little bit higher on his face, because this part covered his mouth before. So I did do that. That was just some modification that I did. Then I painted it blue, and it doesn't match perfectly, as you can see, but I think that's okay. And then what I did was I painted the A on the front, which was just, you know, some silver, and just did the this part first, so just a line up, over, and then back down. And then I got some more silver and just finished that line across there. Now for the sides, basically what I did was I took silver and I outlined this side of the cowl, because you can see on here, whoa, you can see on the Ultron one, it kind of has this line right here, this like line in the mold, and I just traced that with silver. Of course I did the same on the other side. And then basically what I did was I painted the little wings, so just basically a backward 7 up here, and then I just did 2 more white lines there. And then I took some silver, went and traced the bottom of the helmet here, just to line up, over, and then just kind of, so basically a line down, a line over, then a slanted line, a line down, and then just trace that across there. So yeah, I did that on both sides. I'll go ahead and flip over to the other side so you can see. I think this side came out a bit better with the wing and everything. So yeah, and now for the head portion, basically what I did was I started down here with brown, and I just painted just a thick brown line. You can see how thick that is, all the way down under his chin, and then all the way up to the other side. And then I painted the chin piece, the chin guard. Now this communicator piece was originally print on the head, so I did not paint that. I also did not paint the eyes or the mouth. this head just fit perfectly in the cowl, and I kind of like the communicator piece, so that's why I left it. And I left a little section here tan for like his ear there, and I did outline it in black and outline this part in black as well, which you might be able to see. So yeah. And of course, same on the side part for his ear, and then there's like a little cheek section, like it cuts off, and then there's like his cheek sticking out, and then it continues back there. So yeah, that's all the work that I did to the head here. Now for the torso, really all I really did was just take my blue, and you can see it there. I basically painted all the parts that were red on the front there. So yeah, and also I took that maroon color and painted these pads here so that they were darker, because I liked that better. Just because I don't know, there's something about the really bright red I just didn't like as much, so I decided to make sure that it was darker than it was originally. So yeah, and also just to make it match, I took my brown color and went over these straps to make sure that it matched, because it looked a bit weird because the brown was darker than the one I used for the chin part and the boots. So yeah. Didn't really do anything to the belt, but on the back here I also put that maroon color there as well. So yeah. Now on the arms here you can see I just painted kind of started with a maroon line and then just went up, and same on this side. Actually I went up and then over. So yeah, and same on this side. Then I took that blue and painted this circle here. So yeah, and then I took the maroon again and went up and over, so again, kind of like that backwards 7, just up and then all the way over to the wrist, and then I filled this part in with that kind of shiny blue I used for the cowl, and same of course on this side. So yeah, pretty simplistic there. Now for the legs, again, pretty simplistic, just 2 knee pads here, outline those in black, and then I painted the boots, outlined those in black as well. It does have a little red line, which of course I used the maroon for that as well, so just kind of went down like this and then over. So yeah. The boots do continue to the back as well with the black outline. And then on this side, you can see the boot continuation and also a gun holster. Move his arm up there. So you can kind of see the red line back there, which I did paint, and then basically just cut this gun holster out of plastic, which I'll actually show you how to do that in this video. That way you guys can know how I make these gun holsters. So yeah, just cut that out simply and just painted a black line across it. Yeah, now for the last bit of detail on him is his shield, which basically is not the best because again I was restricted as far as time went. I dropped my toothpick and can't get it, so I'm just going to use this. Basically, I kind of painted this worn looking silver on it, like the silver's kind of scraping off like battle damage. And then of course I painted the 5 lines for the scratches that Black Panther puts on the shield. So yeah, basically what I did for that was I took an X-Acto knife and just actually scraped 5 little scrapes in it, and then painted white in the scrapes, and then just a little bit of silver in the scrapes as well. So I think that looks nice. I will eventually probably paint this part darker red instead of the light red. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. Oh, I also did paint the stars silver. I don't remember what it was on the original torso. It might have been white, maybe. But yeah. So yeah, now I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how I make these handy little gun holsters, so that way you guys can do that in the future. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into that part. Alright guys, so for making these little gun holster things, basically I use this type of plastic here, and it's pretty thick, you can see that there. Now this is from here, I have these little drawers here, and you can see these little grooves in the side where my finger is, and if you can kind of slide this in there and make like 2 sections in the drawer, and I just use these for the plastic. Now there are several different things that you could use for plastic, like I have this like old card box here, and I'm pretty sure like if you cut this top section it'd work pretty well. Or sometimes inside like brand new wallets they have these little fake credit cards in, just to kind of demonstrate the wallet, and they're pretty good too. You can see the plastic's not too thin, and I think that this will work well. So just kind of be resourceful, look around and see what you got, but this is what I use. So yeah, basically I've already cut a little section there, just a little bit because I've been using this for the gun holster. But basically, I'm going to go ahead and show you now how I do it. So basically, I just sort of, whoa, I use these giant wire cutters here, and I just cut, and it just flew into the other section of my room. So I'm going to try that again. I'll go find that later. That was ridiculous. That thing took off. Come on, don't fly off, please. It flew! Are you kidding me? Alright. Try it again. Last time. Alright, I'm going to try and, like, hold it now. There we go. Alright, so, I just sent 2 pieces flying into my room. So, and kind of basically what I do is I just kind of snip it down until it's about the size that I want. This is a little big for gun holster, so I'm going to make it a bit smaller. And it really depends on the size of the gun holster you're going for. There we go. I think that's about the size that I would the standard size I would use. So, so it's just about that big. And then what I would do is I'd take this little piece of let me grab it here, sandpaper, and I would just kind of sand the little side bits down so that it's smooth on all sides, but that would take a bit, so I'm not going to do that right now. Then basically what I do, now you don't have to do this, but I do anyway, is I kind of take it and I snip the corner and just go like that. And to me that makes it look like a gun holster. So you can see right there, and let's hold it like this. It has that little rounded corner there. Now, you could just leave it a square and make it like a pouch, like on a belt or something like that. Because that's basically the procedure I use, is I just cut a little square with this for like pouches, or like on my Batman minifigure from Batman vs. Superman. Oh gosh, 2 of the pockets fell off. But these 2 pockets, the 3D ones, that same basically procedure. I can't believe 2 of them just fell off on camera. That was the worst possible time to fall off. Anyway, so yeah, that's basically how I make them. Then I just paint them and glue them on the side of the minifigure. So yeah, hopefully that gave you guys the idea of how I do it. So yeah, let's go ahead and wrap up this video.
Alright guys, that about wraps up this video. Hope you guys liked it. If you did, leave a like, as well as subscribe. I am so close to 800. Last time I checked, I was at 799. So, one more person. Just you be that one. You. Unless I already have 800. I haven't checked yet. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the little end thing that I did, showing you how to make those gun holsters, because honestly the Captain America tutorial was kind of short and I wanted to add a little bit more to it for those of you who like longer videos, and for those of you who were curious how I make those little gun holsters, because I really like them. I think they add a lot to a figure, and it's really simple. So yeah, anyways, let's see, is there anything else I wanted to cover? Oh yes, Doctor Strange figures are coming in the future. I have got a few requests to do Suicide Squad. If I do Suicide Squad, it's not going to be in time for the movie. It's going to be later than that. If you guys want to see me do Suicide Squad, let me know in the comments, and I'd be happy to do that. Yeah, and of course, shout-outs. If you want to shout out, you can let me know that in the comments as well. And yeah, and also, for those of you who don't know, I do have a Skype. If you want to just talk to me about Legos and stuff, I do have a Skype, and that's Lego Freak 316. So, Lego Freak 316. So, yeah, and you can just send me a request, but make sure when you send me a request to let me know that you know me from YouTube. Because I've had a few people send me requests and they didn't know me from YouTube, and so that was kind of awkward. So if you are sending me a request, just make sure to let me know that you're sending me one, so that way I can accept it and not, you know, just kind of, because I need to know that you're from YouTube. Anyways, this has been Lego Freak. Peace.
3, 2,